Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Fuji City. You can see those are the steps that are leading up to Mount Fuji. They call it the Fuji Yome no Ohashi, or the Bridge of Dreams for Mount Fuji. Something like that. Good morning, everybody. So I came out here this morning because I really wanted to check out what all of this buzz was about with this site. I don't know, it's like about an hour away from Tokyo. If you take the Shinkansen, you gotta take the Kodama from Tokyo Station. It wasn't too hard to get out here. I actually, check this out here. I actually rented a bicycle from the Fuji City Tourist Association. It actually cost 200 yen for this bicycle. So it's much cheaper than a taxi and a lot more fun to ride through the city. That's from the Fujiyama Rent-A-Cycle. And they also had battery-powered bicycles and sports bicycles. Here's my A7S3 filming. I already got some shots from up there at the top. You can see it's still quite early. I was the only one here when I got to this spot. Here's what it looks like. You guys you're gonna have to determine whether or not this is worth it. I don't know what all the, sometimes I'm not sure what the buzz is all about here. But it is a really pretty sight, isn't it? It's just, I guess it's the steps. The steps make it really special. It looks like it's stairways going up to Mount Fuji. So where exactly am I? I'm here. You can see from Shin Fuji Station. It's not too far away. You see Mount Fuji. I wanted to go really far away so you could see the proximity to Mount Fuji from this exact spot. It's kind of a ways, but I think we're lucky. Yesterday it was raining. Today we got a sunny sky, so I was kind of worried about it yesterday, but today it looks like it's going to be okay. This is where the bridge is on the Google Earth. You can see it's very local, very rural area, which makes it really nice to ride a bicycle around. That's where I am right now, and there are the steps leading up. I was at the top there not too long ago, and I'm going to run up to the top for you as well, do a little rocky scene. Pretty cool. You just be mindful of the locals. That's one thing that the Tourist Association said. They're getting a lot of people. There's quote unquote lawlessness. I'm not sure what that means. I don't see any yet. But I've had a couple of people come out and talk to me, and that was nice. They were Japanese who could speak some English here. I think what makes this attraction really popular and why the over-tourism, I think it's just because of its proximity to the stations. It's really close. Let me see if I can find it here. So from Fuji Station, you can see it's just 35 minutes, kind of a straight shot along the rail line. I see the trains going by from the top of the steps. So we're really close to the main Tokaido line, which goes to Nagoya from Tokyo. And if you're coming by Shinkansen, here's this map here. This is the route that I came by bicycle. It's coming from Shin Fuji, the Shinkansen station, and you go past a bunch of factories and under the Tokaido line and the local line, and then you're here at the river side. It was pretty peaceful. Again, nobody was here when I first arrived, but what I've noticed is taxis keep arriving, and tourists are coming by taxi, not by rent-a-cycle, which I think is really interesting. And you can see some more tourists are now making their way here. So what I'm going to do, today is the day that Kawaguchiko finished erecting the tarp, and I was going to go there today, but it's supposed to get cloudy and rain later today, and I don't think I would have made it there in time. So I'm putting up a tripod now for you, and I'm going to try to go up there and film this for you. I don't even know if this is gonna work. We're kind of at a. Is it balanced here? I think this is. Boy, it's getting crowded fast. Yeah. I think that'll stay. Oh, now there's a line, huh? I got here 30 minutes ago. There was nobody here.
Yeah. At there is beautiful too, though.
Yeah. Where are you from?
New York. How about
Okay. Well, originally from New York, New Jersey area,
Oh,
but
nice.
I live here, so
you? Oh,
great.
nice.
yeah.
When did you move?
Here?
Yeah.
26 years ago.
Wow, that's great. So you've probably seen it go through so many changes.
I have. This was not an attraction back then.
Yeah.
I don't think it was built back then, actually.
Wow.
Did you get a good shot?
I think it worked.
All right.
Might try. We'll be here for a little bit, so we'll see how it goes.
Hey, good morning, Michael. So I'm
Oh,
a
you
I'm a
live stream?
YouTuber,
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Just kind of showing people how to get here and what it's all about. They finished the black tarp in Kawaguchiko for the Lawsons, you know that shot.
Oh yes, yes,
They,
yes.
they
yes.
put that up
Mhm.
today.
Oh wow. But I feel like they might do that to the 7-Eleven too, because isn't that getting pretty?
Is it? There's another one? Wow.
Yeah.
They said there was lawlessness going on in the
Oh,
Japanese media. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know either.
That's why I've come here.
Hopefully this doesn't get too saturated either.
Oh, I would have taken the photo for them if they told me. It's much better from down here.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool shot. No lawlessness yet. So I just run up there.
Do you want us to take any footage for you? Did you want to?
Oh no, I'm just gonna let this run
Okay.
until the lawlessness happens. It should be okay. Are you next, sir? Where are you from?
Turkey.
From Tokyo?
Turkey.
Turkey. Oh, cool.
You?
I live here, but from America originally.
Oh, good. I am alone because video.
Oh, do you want me to take a photo for you?
Really?
Yeah, I think it's really good from down here looking up. Actually, I'm doing a live stream now for my viewers, but yeah, as soon as I finish, I'm only in Japan. I think I missed my chance.
Oh.
Is this you?
Yeah, that's my live streaming channel, and I have another channel and another channel.
This?
Oh yeah, I'm live streaming right now on this one. Yeah,
Great.
yeah, that's yeah. I guess you just go up. I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna go up. You guys can still hear me. It doesn't matter if other people are up there. I'm not trying to take a shot. If I was going anywhere, I was running. All right, so here I am up on the top of the Fuji Yume no Ohashi, the Bridge of Dreams to Mount Fuji, or something like that in English. Pretty cool. I guess I'm finished. I'll bring you up here in a second, but I get a really nice clear view to Mount Fuji, and apparently, well, I can do. Yeah, people seem to like that shot. All right, people are waiting, so I'm gonna run. Okay. All right. Very good?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Okay. You want to give it a go? Yeah. Video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Video or photo.
Okay. All right, so our friend from Turkey is going to go up there, and we're going to take a photo. Oh, that's a nice angle here. Yes, right here. He's going all the way to the top. All right, got it. I think I got it. I got one photo.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, that's fun. All right, I'm just gonna leave my camera there. I'm gonna take you up the steps now. We're gonna Rocky this thing. Are you ready? We're doing it now. Hey, Ramsey Silence here. All right, let's do this. Okay. Can't stop me. Woo! All right. All right, that's what we got here. And there's some other Instagrammers probably taking shots here. But yeah, it's a pretty nice view. So look back down. You can see there's already a crowd. Crowd has gathered. There's my tripod and a bicycle over there. Very cool. Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool experience coming out here. What makes it fun is that there are other people here doing the same thing. So you have to look at it. There's two ways to look at this. One, this is a bona fide tourist attraction. Two, it's a little crowded. You want to be quick about it, be polite with the other people, and be very quiet, not disturb the neighbors. There are actual residences right here. But it's kind of fun to talk with the other people that are traveling from all over. A lot of people from China, they can't speak much English, but there's a lot of English speakers here, and that's kind of cool. Hear their stories and their experiences. I like it. But overtourism is a word that you're going to be hearing more and more. Here comes somebody arriving by taxi again. Overtourism is a word that you're going to be hearing more and more. Not just here in Japan, but all over the world. And I think this is luckily in a spot where there isn't a lot of traffic, but I mean, here's more taxis and more cars coming out here. There's somebody coming out of a taxi. It's very good for the local economy. And there's my bicycle. I'm getting ready to ride back. I only came here for about an hour. I only wanted to film a couple of scenes, but here's the view. And you can see that there's a couple making their way up to the top of the steps. I see our friend Ellis is here. Yes, we are, Ellis. David, on top of the world. No, you guys got to keep going up to the top of the steps. You cannot stop there. UFO Bob writes in here, they're all mad, quite mad. Well, I got to tell you, I was worried whether or not I would see it at all. Here's the platform of Shin Fuji. Sorry, this is Mishima. And I was worried because it was kind of in the clouds for a long time. And when I got here, it started to really clear up, and now it's really pretty. You don't often get to see Mount Fuji. It just sort of happens here. The weather really, and this is the Shinkansen, next stop Shin Fuji. The weather is really hard to predict, and even though it's sunny in the summer, the mist it will make it seem like Mount Fuji doesn't even exist. I know this because I used to live here in Fujinomiya, right on the base of Mount Fuji for a year. And there were times I'd open my window, I had a view of Mount Fuji. It's summer, blue sky, sun is out, can't even see Mount Fuji, and it's only, you know, about 10 kilometers away. It's because of the mist up there was just making it reflect off of the sky, and it looked like a big blank spot. One of the most unique features of Mount Fuji, not having other mountains around it, I suppose. I don't know why, but yeah, it's pretty cool to see that. I got some other images from Mount Fuji here. You know, going past all of the factories is kind of interesting too. That shot also is very iconic. There's a Shinkansen blowing by right there. That happens every now and then. Don't block the shot, bro. And you have a beautiful view of Mount Fuji there. The snow will be gone in about a month. There's still snow up there even in August, believe it or not. There's patches of it because it's below freezing on the top, especially after zero. This is coming into Shin Fuji, I believe. Here's a live view. Yeah, the view changes, and it is much better in the winter, of course. But I think, you know, the best time to see it, and it's clear, probably like March and April during the cherry blossom season, because it's still got snow up there. However, with that said, it's still very fickle. Sometimes it doesn't want to show itself. But actually, I'm trying to get a time lapse here. I guess I turned it off. I'm working on a time lapse. So let's see if we can get the time lapse. For the main channel up, look, there's already a bunch of people here. It's pretty cool. Yeah, this is the surrounding area. Not a lot of people, but it's interesting to see taxis pulling up every now and then. I also like that most people are very polite. They'll take a picture and then they'll walk down the steps. Walk down slowly, don't do what I did. I kind of think I'm 13 years old. But if you look on the 9 people, Jody, thank you. But again, just look to the side of it. I want you all, please be very respectful of the locals that are living here. I tried to talk to one of the guys there. He was popping his head out. I said good morning and that, and he didn't reply. I think he's kind of, you know, frustrated with tourists in general. And that's part of what I'm talking about with over-tourism. I don't think they really need to deal with it too much. There aren't a lot of, I'm gonna pan around here, there's not a lot of residences. It's a pretty open area. They're building the highway to go on further. That's really interesting. But I wanna show you some of the signs around here. Cars do come down this road, so just be really careful. Don't wanna get hit. Not that it's, you know, bustling traffic here. But there's a sign over here which kind of lays out some of the rules that you might want to consider when you do come to this spot. And they have it in English. Don't park on the road or in private areas. Keep quiet as it may disturb the neighborhood. And they write it in Chinese and Japanese as well, of course. And they write it in, I think they should have it in more languages, but I'm glad that they do that because it is a neighborhood, and I think especially after sunset, I don't know why anybody would come here at night unless you got like moonlight shots, but yeah, I think you have to respect the locals, and that's what makes the attraction work. You guys have any questions? I mean, I came all the way out here for you guys. No questions? You can leave them in the comments below as well. I'm really happy to talk about this site. And there's other photo attraction sites here. Sean is here. How you doing? We're at Honolulu Airport waiting for a JAL flight into Haneda. Wow, hope to run into you one day. You absolutely have a pretty good shot of doing that. I'll be in Tokyo for the next couple of weeks. You know, I'm actually going to Kyoto for a day trip this week, I think, to film the rest of this, but I'm not quite sure yet. And I have to drive to Kawaguchiko to see how that black screen is doing, if it's really made it safer. But this is going to be clouded over in a couple of hours, and we're going to lose this view. And when we do, then, you know, it's going to lose the view. I'm a little bit curious. Are tourists still going to come here and try to take pictures? We've seen that a lot of people will bring a cookie. There's a Mount Fuji cookie, and they put the cookie up, and they go, oh, look, I can't see Mount Fuji, but this is where it would be. And then they eat the cookie or something. But I think that this could be very well the postcard for, let's turn this camera around. This could be the postcard for next month. So if you guys are interested, this could be a really good shot for our postcard club. I'm actually sending out the postcards today. So I got to get back. They're going in the mail. So if you do sign up now, they're gonna leave from Tokyo Station and have a Tokyo postmark on there. See, here's the postcard. This is from Shirakawa-go, which is a really small village that's booming near Takayama in Gifu. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and I got a shot of it here for this month's postcard. I wish I could send it from there. No digital postcard, sorry. You're getting your digital postcard right now. That's what this whole channel's a digital postcard, bro. But it's fun to see how this works. There's no one taking tickets or waiting in line. I think be polite to the other people that are here, and you know, try not to get in fights. Don't bring alcohol and get, you know, drunk and break signs and stuff, or else I'm gonna have to record you and shame you or something. I don't know. People have been asking me, is the middle for wheelchairs? This is for, the middle is for bicycles, but you could probably, I mean, it's a little steep for wheelchairs, but what they've done, and I think this might have to do with wheelchairs or for senior citizens that are doing their bicycles. It does kind of flatten for a little bit, so there's sort of that safety zone, because if it was just a slope, that'd be kind of dangerous. So I think it's about 20 steps, and then it flattens out, and then there's another 20, and then it flattens out. So I think that's a pretty good thing. This side here is for the cars to go up, of course, but yeah, I think if someone's pushing, I would feel better about it, because I don't think so. You could get a wheelchair up there. Kudos to Kanai, she's taken Leo to Hoikuen. Thank you, Kanai, just got the notification. It's a nice shot, but you got to go to the top, and you have to jump as high as you can. That's the way to do it, or at least that's the way I did it. See, let's zoom in and see the power. Wow. Mount Fuji. Random Instagrammer. Stairways leading to paradise. You can see that's where it flattens out right there. So it does that a couple of times before you get to the top, and I want to know right now in the live chat, is this an attraction that you'd want to come and get a picture at? I think it is. You know, I kind of judged this harshly at first, like tourists going to go and take photos from certain places around there. But the more I do it, the more I'm kind of can see the attraction. It's fun to go out to the middle of nowhere, because you normally wouldn't come out here unless there was this, and that's kind of a cool thing. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on all of this, you know, Instagram photo taking attraction thing. I see the attraction a little bit more, and it's kind of cool to see the other people. But as long as it doesn't get unruly or lawlessness appears, the Japanese media is saying that there's lawlessness. I think maybe it's too early. When is this lawlessness happening, Japanese media? I guess it's like crossing the street illegally, or people just, they can't wait. Their passions for this is so high, they want to go out and get that photo right away. You're not thinking clearly, you dash across the street and kablooey, you're, you know, that's not what is good for tourism in Japan. So I think what they're doing at Fuji Yoshida and what they've done at Kawaguchiko, I think these are really good steps. And when I was in Shirakawa-go, they're also approaching over-tourism with the same kind of way. They hired a consultant to try to help them. If a problem does arise, they'll be able to, I guess they kind of anticipate problems, or they already have problems, but there's consultants now for this over-tourism thing. And I'd like to throw my hat in the ring. Why not? I will happily consult with you and try to find solutions that will work for your over-tourism problem. I don't want to call it a problem. It's not a problem, it's a challenge. There's a difference, I think. Because I think that over-tourism I think tourism is a good thing. I think over-tourism it's a hard word. I think tourism challenges is maybe a better way to say it, because look, the vast majority of Japanese want tourists to be here. It's not, you know, don't get me wrong when I say this. There's a small percentage of them, but it's really good for the economy. I think it's irritating in people's everyday life to have to deal with the same things over and over and over again with different people. You tell people, please don't do that, and the next day there's new people who didn't hear that message. And just imagine if it was this was your house on the left side. First of all, wow, you get a nice view of Mount Fuji every freaking day when it shows itself. That's pretty awesome. But also, I mean, you probably didn't sign up for having, you know, a bunch of people outside your house taking pictures of it all the time. You know what I mean? So I think in that sense, you really have to do, I think it's good for cities to try to find a way to do it, but you can't do it in a belligerent way. You can't do it and blame the tourists. Yeah, they're crossing the street illegally, but I think that that's also a responsibility that the cities have to have, and I think the tourists also have to have, you know, to understand the signs that are all over the place, but you got to do more than just put signs there. And I think if this was a dangerous place, they probably should have somebody working. I mean, we see city jobs all the time. You know, they just stand there doing construction, and this would be a pretty cool job of a bilingual person who want to speak English or something, dealing with tourists out here. I just making sure that things are safe, and they have a walkie-talkie to call for backup if that's needed. You know, maybe put a lemonade stand, right? Ryan writes in, I think that's a pretty good idea. Stoha writes in here, yeah, it's really annoying when you've got lots of people crowding and blocking up a space. I would agree with that. I don't know how crowded this is going to be. I'm going to be here for another 20, 30 minutes just to check it out. How else would they know about these places without YouTube? Well, there's Instagram and Facebook, and there's newspapers, and there's travel magazines. Trust me, the travel magazines have also featured this, and it's, believe it or not, when I came in, I went to look, I made a video on the bicycling and Mount, that's how I know about the bicycles. I made a video on bicycling Mount Fuji from Shin Fuji Station. So when I got there, the lady at the tourist office said, "You're John Daub." And I go, "Why, yes, oh, I remember her. She was here about 3 years ago when I made that Mount Fuji, the perfect cup of green tea, I think it was called. If you go into that episode, I rent a bicycle from that exact same spot and ride to the tea fields of Fuji City. This tourist attraction didn't really exist then. That's interesting, or else I would have ridden my bicycle up to the top of it. It didn't exist back in 2021. This is a new phenomenon, I guess, that's happened over the, you know, that era where nobody could go anywhere, and this became something hot on Instagram. And now, you know, I told her, she showed me up there, there's a TV screen above the counter, and on the TV screen is this photo. So this is a sort of official tourist attraction for the city of Fuji. This is Fuji City, everybody. So, I mean, and you can see somebody bringing their bicycle down. That's how it's done. So I want you to understand that, you know, the city wants you to come here. The city claims this to be a really popular tourist attraction. They have it listed on their brochures and on the TV and the behind is one of the attractions. And that's another thing. The locals walking their bike down and getting filmed. They kind of want to give people their privacy here. Nobody deserves that, but I think he's far away. Actually, I think he's a tourist. He's far away enough that it's not too big of he's a tourist. I don't know, what's the best spot? I think I'm in the best spot. I'm across the street from everybody. All of this new tourism is mostly responsible by TikTok, which will probably be banned by the United States. I give it like 50-50. That's a cute photo. Yeah, Joy, I'm down with that. I think if you're coming on your honeymoon, this would be a great photo. Poor TikTok. I watched the Senate debate hearing on TikTok, and I have to say, I couldn't stop laughing. The poor guy's from Singapore. He's not Chinese, and they kept on asking him like these really weird questions. He's not the one who should, I don't know. You just have to do it, man. You can't, they got you. Even the CEO of TikTok USA is not Chinese, so. And a lot of the tourists here are Chinese that are coming to visit here. And I'll tell you, the majority of the tourists that come to Japan are Chinese. So I think that that's the one thing that Japan really needs to have is really good relationships with its neighbors. And I'm not talking about, see, this is really a problem. A car's going by and the guy's in the middle of the street. That's sort of a problem. That's one thing that worries me. Somebody getting hit. Cars will usually stop, but I guess, you know, I think you shouldn't be having your suitcase over there. I don't know. That's one thing that kind of worries me here. Like common sense stuff, you know, you're in the middle of the road. I know that's not a really traffic place, but in Japan, locals complain all the time. And if little things like this, people call the city hall and they talk about it. And they how do I say, report it, and that's not good. That's when things start to go downhill. When grannies call in and report stuff, and trust me, they do it. They really do it, and you have to be mindful of that. You know, I've lived here for a long time, so I understand this probably a little bit better than most people. Yeah, this is good angle from here.
Sorry?
Yeah, this is good angle from here. Where are you from?
Oh, Hong Kong.
Okay.
Oh, so where are you from?
I live here.
Oh.
But I'm from America originally.
Oh.
I don't know, is the shot, maybe it's not being on the top of the steps. Maybe it's about being on the steps. I don't know. What do you guys think?
So the better shot is just moving up.
Maybe, yeah. That's right, I'm trying to get a better angle here. Yeah. All right, that's all I got for you. Thanks for the questions. It's kind of cool just to hang out here. I'm getting good sunlight. You know, let's be honest, I wouldn't have come out here if it wasn't for this bridge. So kind of happy that I finally got a chance to get out here and check it out. I was in this city for a few days filming, and I didn't even know about this attraction just a couple of years ago. It wasn't even on the Tourist Association's radar, and now it is. So I hope that this is an interesting video for you. Maybe it helps you plan your trip out here. Again, it's only like, what is it, like 25 minutes or something like that from Fuji Station. If you're riding the Shinkansen, it's pretty close to get here. I rode my bicycle here in about 8 minutes. It's worth the 200 yen to get the bicycle. It's a typical mamachari. It's nothing extraordinary. And I see that they fixed some of the issues with the app. It's not a particularly amazing bicycle. But it sure beats coming by taxi. It's only 200 yen, and they had a bunch of them. And if you want to, I think the electrical ones with the batteries were 750 yen. That's not even that much more, and they're good until about 4 p.m. Did she say, or 5 p.m.? Oh, is this a honeymoon shot? Is that her dad? Boy, they're getting every angle. Slightly cringy. You can't take that much time. It's not that crowded, but look, it's like, get your photo and get out of the way. That's why maybe they need a whistle person. Next, and then put like a clock. That if I was in charge, I would be like very authoritative and very, very strict. I would have a big, like a hockey clock, like a shot clock. I would push the buzzer, and then you could hear the for the seconds counting down, and I'd make sure that's loud enough not to disturb the neighbors, but yet they would hear it. Is that possible? But I'd make it big enough where they could see it, and I'd have the whistle, and I would be whistling. Next, and get up there, and then boom, slap it, and you'd have the numbers counting down. 60 seconds, that's it. Get your shots. Slap it down there. We need a guard up there with maybe a stick to push people back down or something. That's how I would deal with it. But let's be honest. People respond well to strictness. You need to be strict. It's easier. I used to be a substitute teacher. That's how I know. In 2003, I was a substitute teacher at my old high school. And I learned very quickly, don't try to be the students' friends. Be strict at first, and then loosen up, because you can't go back to being strict. If it's a good class, then you can loosen up. If it's not a good class, be happy that you stayed strict. And I'm going to give that lesson to the Japanese municipalities on how to teach American kids, because it seemed to work, and I made it through my substitute year just fine. That's right. Hello, hi, 821. I was also a substitute teacher. I got paid $50 a day, no benefits. It stunk. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. It was really fun. The no benefits part stunk. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope that this was interesting. If you want to see me climb the steps, just replay it. I did it. I'm not going to do it again. I'm heading back home and get some lunch back with Kanai, and maybe I'll bring her something back from Mount Fuji. But thanks for joining me. This will be in our main channel episode coming in a couple of weeks. Mata ne. Back to Tokyo. Back to Tokyo. That was this morning.